In this video, I'm going to show you the anatomy of a high converting lead capture page. How do you get and maximize the traffic that you get and get as many people on your email list as possible? You need a lead capture page to do it. And if you set it up the right way, you will maximize conversions with cold traffic upwards of 80 to 90%. Stick around, I'm going to show you how. All right, well, my name is Mark Harbert, and if this is the first time you're on my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I put up videos on a regular basis, and I don't want you to miss it. All right, so let's dive in here. We're excited, ready to rock, and what I'm going to give you here is access to a training from a paid course of mine called the Automation Playbook. And in this video, I talk about the anatomy of a high-converting lead capture page. Basically showing you the exact elements of how to create a lead capture page that converts at a very, very high rate. I have used this over and over. I still use it today. And I'm telling you, it works. It converts as much as 80 to 90% on targeted cold traffic. I've tested this over and over again. I've ran all kinds of traffic to these pages. Trust me when I tell you, what I'm about to show you in this video works. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. So what we are going to do now is we're going to talk about the anatomy of a high converting capture page. Now, what is a capture page? A capture page is something that you should be familiar with. If you're here in this course, you definitely have probably seen one of my capture pages. And a capture page is essentially, it is a place where you can capture someone's name and email address and then input it into a database. Okay, and we're going to talk more about, autoresponders coming up, and that's a very important part of this, but we're taking this course in sequential order, and we're going to put it in an order where as you do what I tell you in the course, we will eventually cover everything and you'll have everything set up and ready to go. But it's where you capture their information. And the capture page that I'm about to show you, I have gotten between 80 and 90% conversion rates on cold traffic. Now, there are a number of factors that go into that, especially when we get into the traffic section, where we're going to talk about Facebook traffic. But targeting is very important, but also how clear the message is very important also, and we'll cover that in the traffic section. But let's look at the capture page here. Okay, so this is the capture page that I have used very, very successfully. And this has gotten me very, very low cost leads. It has gotten me 80 to 90% conversion rates, which means people come to this page, they like what they see, and they click that button. Now, depending upon your niche and who your niche is, you will make this accordingly. But I will tell you that this style of capture page works very, very well. Okay. And basically what you see here is you see that we have a 3D visual graphic of the actual PDF download, the lead magnet that we talked about. Now, if you are doing something else like a video series or something like that, you can get a graphic made for that on Fiverr, and we've given you those links that you can go over and get done. But the visual representation of your lead magnet is a very, very important part of a successful capture page, because you want people to see it and see what they're getting. And the graphic, you really want the graphic to look very pro. If you look at this graphic, it looks awesome. I had it done, professional artist did it, graphic artist did it. It looks great, and it really has a great, strong appearance to it, and that's what we're looking for. Okay? So once you have that graphic made, if you look over here on the right, basically what I'm saying is a free download. And I believe that free download is a very, very powerful statement. It's free. Okay? It doesn't cost them anything other than their name and email address. Okay, whoa, real quick, I want to interject here because I want to point out that the use of the word free download in this sense, I think is very powerful. However, you do want to make sure how you use the word free, okay? The word free can also attract a lot of freebie seekers, people that always want stuff for free. So you want to be very careful how you use it.
I don't use this word often in my copy, but I can tell you every once in a while, I think it can be very powerful to pop it in there. But in general, you want to be very, very careful how you use the word free. Here, it works great.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Now, if you notice here how we have the copy on it, okay, when you did your lead magnet, you came up with a name and you came up with a subtitle. We covered that in the module where we discuss creating your irresistible offer, okay? And what we've done here is right underneath free download is the subtitle. And the reason that we do that is because the subtitle is more descriptive than the actual title. So what I want is I want them to look and I want them to know right away what they're getting. And that's why the subtitle, it's descriptive to the point that they know what it is they're getting. They're getting a free download of the 15 copy and paste social media posts proven to boost engagement and attract high quality prospects for any business. So right there, they know what they're getting. Now, if you look under that, it gives them the instruction. Fill out the form below and get my free PDF, The Networker's Guide to Social Engagement. So we kind of flip-flop it because the subtitle is more descriptive. So that's why it's important that you think these things through. And then, of course, the Get Instant Access button is what we call a double opt-in. And you've probably all seen that. And what a double opt-in is, or a two-step opt-in, is they click that button and a little form pops up for them to put their name and email in. Now, some funnel builders or capture page builders you're going to see will allow you to actually put the form embedded right on the exact page. I can tell you I've tested it extensively. The ones with the two-step opt-in where they have to click the button and then the form pops up, it converts at a higher rate. And the reason is that it's called micro commitments. Okay, what a micro commitment is once they've clicked on that button, they're already kind of committed to putting in their information. They clicked that button because they wanted to see what would happen. Okay, and they're already kind of committed to doing it. And that's why it's doing it, because it's called micro commitments. Okay, so what you're going to see here is after that on the bottom, you see where it says it has me and who I am. Now, obviously, I've been doing this a little while. I've been invited to speak out on stages and, things like that. So you might be thinking, well, Mark, I don't have a picture of myself, speaking on stage. I don't know what kind of picture I would put there. Put a picture of yourself out on a mountaintop. Put a picture of yourself out hiking. Put a picture of yourself out on the beach enjoying life. Those are great pictures as well. If you've been to an event and you're on stage receiving an award, get that picture. Use that picture. If you go to an event, even though maybe you haven't walked the stage or whatever, when you go to events, take advantage of that and take a picture on stage. Now, you may not be into a field where you do a lot of that. Well, maybe you're a real estate agent. You know what? Go to somehow get a picture of yourself in front of a sold sign, giving a thumbs up, something like that. But don't be afraid to be a little creative on how you do this picture because that's an important thing. So, find that picture. And then what you want to have here, and you can notice here where my little bio, okay, who is Mark Harbert? Because some people may not know me. And I want to give them a quick glimpse of who I am with a paragraph of, authority, something that really screams authority. Mark started marketing online in late 2008, has generated over 150,000 leads online using social media and made over $3 million in sales. Mark is one of the top trainers online for social media, prospecting and lead generation. He has taught and trained thousands of home business owners how to do the same. Okay? You may say, well, Mark, I haven't had any success. I don't know what to put there. I'll bet you that if you dig deep, you can find something. I'll give you an example. One of my coaching clients, she hadn't had really any success in the home business profession. And so what she did is, well, we dug deep. But she is a business owner, not in this, but she's a very successful business owner outside of the home business industry. So what we did was I said, okay, well, why don't you go in? why don't you figure out, over the years, how much you've done in sales? And she figured it out. I want to say it was something like 10 million. I don't remember. And so what hers included was, she is a business owner who's done over $10 million in sales, talks a little bit about her history, but it's very generalized. Okay. When you put something like that together, you don't always have to be like ultra specific when you're first starting. Obviously, to get where you are today, you've probably had some success in another profession. It's okay to go ahead and highlight that. That just shows that you've got some authority. You might be, well, like, hey, you know what? I've never had success in real estate. I just got into it, but I was very successful as a lawyer. Okay, well, if you're very successful as a lawyer, come up with some stats that could be fairly general and put that in there, So don't overthink this part, but come up with a few short lines that really, speak to who you are, and you can use this one as a guide. But this is really the perfect anatomy of a capture page. And when we get into where we talk about the traffic, specifically Facebook traffic, you're going to notice why I get such a high opt-in rate from clicking my ad to this page. And there's a very, very big key as to why, and you'll see that when we get into the traffic portion of this course. Okay? Now, one of the things to keep in mind with this page, this is what it would look like if you're on a laptop computer or a desktop computer. What's also very important, and most of the funnel builders that you're going to get access to will have mobile previews on them. Okay, and if you don't have a mobile preview, you can just size your browser down to look at it. But very important that when your capture page size is down, that it looks good on a mobile. So this is my cell phone. It's an iPhone 8 Plus. This is what it looks like on there. Now, what if I was to scroll? But this is a picture, so I can't scroll down. You'll see the picture of myself right below that with the blur. And what you'll see there is that my picture has, been shrunk down, and I shrunk that down because what I wanted to do is, if you notice, if you were to go to this page, this is what it would look like on a mobile. The button is the Get Instant Access button. That is right on the screen. They don't have to scroll to see that button. You see what I mean? That is one thing that I'm very particular about when I create these pages, is I'm very, very cognizant that most people are going to opt in on their cell phones, okay, especially when you're coming from Facebook, okay? So you have to keep that in mind, that you always want stuff to look good on a mobile. And that's what most of these funnel builders will do, is they will help you to mobile optimize it. Now, I got to tell you, Optimize Press, the funnel builder that I use, it's just phenomenal when it comes to optimizing it for mobile. I love it. Like, I haven't seen anything better than it, just my opinion, but that's one of the reasons that I love it. So very, very important. And, to make sure when you build it, it looks good on a mobile as well. And some of them, like the one I use, Optimize Press, it actually allows you to see how it looks on a tablet as well. So a desktop, a tablet, and a mobile phone, and you want to make sure it looks good and functions good on all of those platforms. And it's just very, very simple, okay? So I hope that helps you. That is the perfect anatomy of a capture page when you're setting it up. This template's worked very, very well for me. It can work very well for you too.
All right, there you go. That's how you create a high converting lead capture page. This layout works incredibly well. Trust me, if you put your capture pages together like this, you're going to see a huge increase in conversions. Now, I've got a free resource for you. It's called the Copywriting Power Words Cheat Sheet that I put together. It has 306 words in it that you can add in to your copy. Now, your copy is the words on the page, and they will help you increase conversions. Certainly, these are power words that I use all throughout my funnels, all throughout my blog posts, everything that I do, my social media posts. These are words that you can insert that make things much more powerful. It's a great cheat sheet. You definitely want to get it. All right, so check below, right below this video, or look for the link in the description of this video. If you're on YouTube, I know you'll get some benefit. It's a PDF, you can download it, and it works great. All right, did you get value? Go ahead and share in the comments below. Let me know if this is something that you got value from, and let me know if you have any more tips. I'd love to know them. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.